Have you ever wondered if where you are in life right now has a purpose? Sometimes we find ourselves in places we never expected, positions we never planned for, moments that feel overwhelming. But the story of Esther reminds us of something powerful. You may be exactly where you need to be for a moment that matters.
The story takes place in the Persian Empire under King Ahasuerus. A young Jewish woman named Esther lived far from her homeland. She was an orphan, raised by her cousin Mordecai. Esther lived a quiet life. Nothing about her situation suggested that history was about to change.
One day, the king searched for a new queen across the vast reaches of the kingdom. Among many women brought before the throne, one young woman named Esther stood out for her grace and humility. Imagine that moment, an ordinary young woman suddenly chosen to lead a powerful empire. I was crowned with gold and draped in royalty, becoming the Queen of Persia in a single day. But even then, I did not yet understand the greater purpose for why I had been placed there.
In the vast Persian Empire, a powerful official named Haman rose to prominence. Consumed by pride and hatred, he plotted to destroy the Jewish people throughout the land. Through cunning deception, Haman convinced King Ahasuerus that a certain people followed laws different from the king's. He persuaded the monarch to issue an irreversible decree. The royal seal was set. A law was born that would lead to the total destruction of Esther's people, casting a dark shadow over the entire kingdom.
In the heart of the Persian Empire, a decree of destruction loomed over the people. A moment of destiny was approaching. Mordecai sent a message to Queen Esther, a message that would change the course of history and everything she knew. For if you remain silent at this time, relief will come from another place. But who knows whether you have come to the kingdom for such a time as this? This moment, heavy with the fate of a nation, forced Esther to make a life-altering choice. Stay silent and preserve her own safety, or risk everything for such a time as this.
Esther's courage, a story of faith and determination from the ancient world. In those days, approaching the king without an invitation could mean certain death. But Esther's resolve was unshakable. She said, "If I perish, I perish." She chose courage over fear, and in doing so, she changed history.
The turning point. A moment that would change history for an entire nation. The fate of millions hung in the balance. With profound courage, Queen Esther revealed Haman's destructive plan, risking her life to speak the truth for her people. The king listened intently. In that critical moment of revelation, his heart was moved and justice finally began to prevail. Haman's evil plan was stopped, and Esther's people were saved. What was meant for destruction became a story of redemption. This remarkable story of faith is recorded in the book of Esther, chapter 7. It reminds us that one voice can change everything.
Esther's story reminds us that God often places us in positions of influence for a reason. Even when we feel unqualified, even when we feel afraid, our courage can change someone's life. If you feel uncertain about where you are in life, remember Esther. You may not see the full picture yet, but your presence in this moment may not be accidental. Be brave, be faithful, your story isn't over.